Hello everyone, my name is Dickerlink, the trained unprofessional. I do not understand how anyone can like the taste of peas. They taste of vomit. What the fuck are they made for? They have the name of urine. Peas. Good morning, Maria. Oh, good morning, Thomas. How did your practice games go yesterday? It was good. Great practice for everyone. That's good to hear. Do you have any plans today? Yeah, I'm heading to the bookstore in a bit. My coach is having an evening, signing evening for a book signing event. Christ. I took a big break between the last episode and this one, and I'm still shit at reading. For a book he published here recently. Oh, your coach is a writer too? It seems so. I found out only earlier this week. I figured I could go today to show him some support since he's been so helpful with me on the courts. Do you mind if I tag along with you? I could have Richard drive us. I don't think he'd mind to go out for a bit. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm sure Coach Grifter would be happy about that as well. Let me go ask Richard if he'd mind. I'll be back in just a moment. I really hope he'll go. I forgot to mention the signing to anyone, so a few of us showing up will be great. Maybe they'll even buy a book. Richard said he'd take us. He needs to go to look for a book anyway, so if you're ready to go, we can leave now. Great, I'm ready whenever you are. Then let's go. Cool, so we at least got somebody to go. Now this is a fucking bookstore right here. Those are some awesome shelves and the lighting. Given the sign, it kind of looks like a Barnes & Noble, like a sign up in the corner there, but who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Been a while since I've been to the bookstore. Oh, I know, it's been so long for me too. I might pick up a new book while I'm here. Ah, and there's the coach right over there. He looks a little bored at the moment. His expression changed when he saw you though, and he waved you over to his table. Thomas, you made it. I wonder if you were coming by. He told me to drop by any time. Yeah, I guess that's true. How's it been so far? A bit slow, but to be honest, I've had a better turnout than I expected. Hey. Yeah, right? It's awesome. It's even getting better now, and it's gotten even better now that you're here. Oh, and you brought some people with you, too. That's great. Hello, I'm Maria, and this is Richard. You must be Coach Grifter, the newly published writer we've been told about. It's a pleasure to meet you. Coach grinned sheepishly as he took hands with the other two. He took hands with him, just shoved him, fucking punched him in the face.
Thou dost not want these hands.
Yep, that would be me, but please just call me Harold. It's nice meeting you both. Are you two friends of his? Yeah, they're friends of mine. Maria was looking to get a new book today, so maybe you should tell her a little more about your own. Yes, do tell me what it's about. I haven't read anything in a good while, so maybe this will be what I need. He's trying to avoid letting him know that he's in a homeless shelter, so saying they're friends. It would have been, maybe tell Maria and Richard before, maybe keep from, spoilers. You sighed with relief, not wanting Richard or Maria to say anything about the shelter, so you were glad to get Coach on another topic. Coach picked up another one of his books and handed it to Maria, carrying on a conversation about the plot of the book and what gave him the inspiration to write it. Richard had wandered off for some point to find what he was looking for, but you stayed with Maria and the coach while they chatted. Periodically, someone would come over to the table just to listen, and a few times, someone even bought a book and had the coach sign it right then. Oh, did you bring your book? You were going to have him sign it. Oh, you better have brought a book. And I forgot to turn the thermostat off before I started recording, god damn it. Oh, looks like people are getting into your book, Coach. Oh, you're gonna... Bree's gonna turn the thermostat off. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you very much. I know, I'm so happy people are reading it. I was just worried that no one would show up, but this has been a success for me. Well, I see you have a hard copy of the book, so I'd like to go ahead and buy one of those. It's $20, right? Uh-huh. You want to buy one of those? Yeah, I've been reading it, and I'm really getting into it, so I'd like a hard copy of it. Okay, let me see here. Coach seemed to suddenly lose any type of coordination he had, knocking over a stack of books when trying to get a copy for you. With a grunt, he leaned to pick up the books, inadvertently showing off his backside, really pressing them tight against his pants. Oh!
Got a nice backside, boy.
On top of that, his shirt had slipped up his back so you could see a band of his underwear. It wasn't normal underwear, though, and you realized he was wearing a jockstrap instead. He really was like wearing those, it seems. Not to mention, I like that he does too. Oh, shit! After gathering his books off the floor and placing them back on the table, he turned back to you. He handed him the 20, and in return, he handed you a thicker, hard, covered copy of the book. Oh, God, don't do that on the internet. Christ. Great, thanks, Coach. No, thank you, Thomas. His smile was genuine, and he looked beyond happy. Well, if he's buying one, then I'll take one, too. You as well? Of course, let me just get you a copy. Coach grabbed another book and handed it to Maria as she paid him. Thank you both so much. You have no idea how grateful I am for your support. It's hard enough getting out of bed in the morning, but knowing I have some people that are behind me certainly helps. Good Lord, what the hell? Just drop that on one of your students? It's hard to get out of the bed in the morning. I've often laid at bed late at night with a gun in my mouth just waiting to know if I'm gonna end it or not. But hey, you bought a book, so cool. Christ, man! I'm just a fucking student of yours, man! Are you sure you just don't want to stay in bed and be lazy? I wish that was the case, Thomas. You enjoying
It
this?
just like cuts to him in his house, like holding a rope. And he's just like, not today.
Someone's looking at a rope in a hardware store. Like he's just walking down the aisle. He came to get like hammers or something. He sees the rope and in his head he just hears, it's just a loop-de-loop and pull. And your neck is pulling.
Oh, we are terrible people.
Yeah, pretty much. The reaction you got out of the coach wasn't what you expected from him as he looked off at nothing, but you shrugged it off. Anyway, my event is just about over, so if you guys don't have any plans and would like to accompany me for lunch, I'd enjoy not eating alone. Well, I rode here with Richard, and I'd hate to keep him out of his plans. What? That wasn't even...
Eating alone again. In my bed.
Next to a machete.
I'm gonna stop. I'm stop.
He's Coach Grifter, and he's got a machete named Freddy, and it's gonna... A machete named Freddy.
Oh my god.
A machete named... Five Nights at Freddy's. Lopping off another limb. It's really hard to get to that fifth night when you don't have any appendages left. The only thing that's left is the head, so you just kind of like gotta roll into it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
We know. Fuck, that was all you. I stopped.
I've talked enough about my mental illness on camera to hopefully get a pass on that shit. It's Gallows humor, people. It's Luke Gallows humor, Doc Gallows humor. I wrote them too, and they're on my way home. Well, if you'd like to go with me. Oh, shit. He says, well, if you'd like to go out with me, I can take you home, Thomas. Lunch is my treat. But if you have the plan to stay, I understand. I guess I can't pass up free food. I got nothing else to do. Maria, I'll be staying with the coach for now. Of course, dear. Richard and I will see you back at the shelter later. The shelter? Shit. Oh, alright. See you guys later. You held your breath, hoping Coach did not hear that little bit of the conversation. Much to your relief, he had turned his attention to someone else at the table. Phew! No one knows I'm homeless. They won't try to help me or anything.
It's pretty embarrassing. I've been homeless.
I know. When the customer walked away with another book in hand, Coach turned his attention back to you. Sorry about that. I heard you say we were going in. Yeah, I'll go with you since you offered to take me home. Great! I've been a little less than an hour until I'm done, so it won't be too long. Coach, are you feeling all right?
Just a little stroke.
How about a stroke?
Coming to take me.
Sweet and merciful grips of death have come to take me at last.
He's so nice, and we're reading it so sad. It's so sad. Both of us, time out. Don't talk.
I have a place in mind that's not too far off. It's a buffet-style restaurant. Well, you just say a buffet. No one talks like this. So there's a lot of food options, and it's an all-you-can-eat. What buffets aren't all-you-can-eat?
A lot of them, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they're only like, 2 plates maximum, or blah, 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 blah. It's real bullshitty.
I have never been to a place like that before. Ever.
It's because you do cheap all-you-can-eat buffets.
I thought a buffet was a cheap thing.
No!
God damn, there's a
Like,
whole...
when you get into upscale buffets, they're like 2 plates maximum, it's really good food, don't get me wrong. But, fuck, it's expensive.
Upscale buffet just does not sound like a real thing to me. It's because when I think of buffet, I think of Golden Corral,
Right.
which is nowhere near upscale. Like, it's gotten shittier and shittier, and then Jeff Foxworthy happened, and it's got a little more shitty. As soon as they changed their mashed potato recipe, I lost their faith. I lost faith in them.
No. You can't lose faith, babe.
I'm supposed to being able to eat until you're content isn't such a bad thing. You could say I do that often. Pats on the shoulder. Feel free to walk around the bookstore while you wait for me. You don't have to stay here the rest of the time. I think I'll have a look around. I haven't been here in ages, so I'll see what's new. Just meet me back here at 2, and I'll be ready to go. The bookstore hadn't changed much, as you would have expected with how long it had been since you were here the last. But you still enjoyed looking through the plethora of new books. During your browsing, you managed to strike up a conversation with other people about interesting books, and it gave you a chance to send more people to the coach's table in hopes of getting more support. That's cool. You checked the time and you saw it was already burned an hour. You made your way back to the coach's table in time to see him wrapping up another sale. Sold a few more books, I see. I did. All in all, I sold around 30 books. Jesus.
At $20 a fucking pop?
$600.
Damn!
That's a good goddamn day.
That is 3 rackets.
That is that is a month for me.
We're living on tiny potatoes.
We need to write a fantasy book.
Right? A really creative fantasy book.
A really creative one. Maybe we can charge more than this one because it wasn't that creative. I'll have to see if I can do this again. It's time for me to pack up and get going, though. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm set whenever you are. You help me pack up these books to carry them out to my car, we can go. He helped the coach box up the remaining books and carried them out to his car with him, joining him in his vehicle so you could ride it with him to lunch. I hope you like this place I'm taking you to. I hear at least once a week, and I love it. I bet you fucking do, buddy. If it's a buffet, then I'm sure there's something in there I'll enjoy. Were those words? I don't think so. You can read the fucking words. You don't have to... Blah, 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 blah. They have all sorts of foods there. Mexican, Italian, Thai, Chinese. What the fuck kind of buffet?
Human? What?
It's crazy how many different foods they have. We're just about there. It's not too far away from the school, so it's easy for me to grab lunch here when I'm in a break between classes. You go to a buffet between classes? Jesus Christ. Every time I go to a buffet, I can't, live after that. I gotta go home and, lay down and just cry for, an hour.
Like us, some people know how to eat sensibly.
Yeah, but I instead will eat as much as possible, and then I'll feel it. I'll eat as faster than my stomach can process. So I'm just like, oh, I'm eating, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, do I need any more? Time to die. Don't worry about that. No price, that is. I just want to eat some good food, all right? The way you said that, it might be an expensive place to eat. I wonder if a different choice if Maria decided to go too. Here we are. Just take a deep breath. So many smells mingling together. This buffet has not been coded into the game yet. As you can see, the title is Buffet 1. The picture is not there yet, but you're getting to it. It's in development, people. It smells great, doesn't it? It really does. So much food around, I don't know where to start. Well, follow me around and I'll show you what my favorite foods are. Once your coach paid for your meal, you grabbed a tray and a couple of plates and followed him through the rows of food as he pointed out some of his favorites. I think my number one will have to be the Cajun chicken pasta they have. It's got a great mix of flavors. I really suggest grabbing a bowl of it. And just wait till you see the dessert bar. It's just as wonderful. Take your time eating and don't overload on too much of one thing. There's so much that you gotta try. I can't eat as much as you, coach, but I'll try as much as I can. You gathered up his food you could fit on your 2 plates and found a table near the coach, with the coach away from the other guests. As you began to eat, you were happy to find out the food coach had suggested to you was delicious. So what do you think so far? Everything in the taste is great. It's no wonder you like to go to this place so much. I told you this was good food. You don't need to be anywhere today, do you? No, I don't. Why do you ask? Then we can really take our time to eat. So eat slow. Enjoy the food so we can just chat. That is, if you want. Yeah, sure, whatever. He keeps giving me options to just ditch out on the guy. I'm like, you bought me food. You got my time now.
He's a smart predator, all right? I didn't force him to do anything. I gave him plenty of time.
Great, just the 2 of us having a good time, right? It's good to get out with someone every once in a while and just relax. Yeah, it's nice. I don't get a chance to do this very often. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, no problem. I don't get out much myself with school and playing and practice, and that's my girlfriend making noise out in the kitchen, god damn it. My life has been pretty crazy for the past year or so.
I'll fucking spray you from here, don't think I won't.
Yeah, you get my laptop, your soda.
That's so...
Yeah, you get water on cans, oh no. Being a teacher is stressful, I'd imagine. I bet you spend a lot of time outside of school dealing with that stuff, don't you? You have no idea. I get so frustrated with these classes at times. Some of the kids don't even care about their grades or the work they turn in. It gets so irritating when they show it, because no matter what I do, I can't help them. You do the best you can, Coach. I try, but my best isn't always good enough. He stared off into space once more like he had done earlier with you. So you decided to change the subject back to the food. So do you have any suggestions for my second trip to the bar when I get ready to go? I'm trying to eat slowly, but this food's so good I keep shoveling it in. I'm almost out of food. Just as he had easily drifted off with his blank look, he was pulled back to you. You really need to slow down on eating if you plan on trying more food. If you're going to be so full, you don't know how to handle the dessert.
I'll help you make room.
Give me some of that protein.
Turn off some of those calories.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean tennis.
Play with a different set of balls. And that would certainly be a shame. Just sit here and let your food digest for a bit before going to get more. We can talk a bit. Alright, slow down. Good. So listen, Thomas. Coach leaned against the table and looked you straight in the eyes. Just like, motherfucker, look at me! I just wanted to thank you for coming out today to eat and mostly getting to my signing event. I told the other guys on the team, but everyone seemed too busy to show. No one likes me, everybody hates me. I know they probably have other things to do on the weekend than deal with me, so they put up with me all week already. But I was glad to have at least one of the guys show up. I want you to know I really appreciate you taking the time to come support me. You're welcome, Coach. I'll be able to tell people I know. I'll be able to tell all the people I know since you become famous for it. Haha. That laugh really sounded sarcastic. Is that what this is about then? Well, I guess I'll have to work on a sequel since I don't think I'll get famous from just one book. Thanks, Thomas. Your coach was happy to continue talking with you while you ate. The conversations ranging from things he has had students turn in, or some of the blunders Chester made in yesterday's games. He seemed to talk so much you almost never got to give input. You were content, though, listening to him talk about whatever. You were enjoying his company more than anything, and you found yourself just gazing at it from time to time, not even registering what he was saying. In fact, you got so lost in your thoughts you didn't even notice he had stopped talking and just watching you now. Everything all right, Thomas? You're just staring at me. Is there food on my face? No, I was just thinking about stuff and kind of zoned out there. Oh, am I boring you with my rambling? No. He says, the rambling is cute. Oh, God. The last thing you said didn't click with you until you were putting more food in your mouth, and you noticed Coach was looking at you with a confused look on his face. I guess time for dessert, isn't it? Yeah, let's get some dessert now, shall we? Listen to me, and you'll be in heaven when it comes to the sweets. Once more, you followed the coach around the bar, but you were more concerned about if he had heard what you said or if he just chose to ignore it. When you finished showing you around, you had almost got nothing on your plate. Not big on the sweets. I just can't decide on what to get. Well, how about I prepare you a plate then? You go sit down and I'll bring you some things. It cuts out the part where you have to decide. Yeah, sure, I'll do that then. You sit back down and wait for the coach to return with the snacks. Whew, I need to watch myself. If I start acting funny, coach is going to think something's wrong. And I feel like I'm going to regret him, and I feel like I'm going to regret letting him get my plate for me. Ow. Sure enough, you were right. Coach brought back a plate that he had no empty space on it left. It was covered with cakes, cookies, puddings, and he even managed to, fit in a bowl of ice cream with everything. How's that look? I don't know if I can eat all this, Coach. This is a lot of sugar. I think I'm gaining weight just by looking at it. Guess you'll have to put on extra work on the courts Monday then, huh? You'll have to You'll have to help me work out some too. You tried sweet after sweet, only to realize that everything he picked for you was irresistible, and you found yourself eating everything he'd brought to you. Ugh, I can't believe I just ate all that. What's wrong with me? After your reaction when I brought you, I'm surprised you ate it all too. I think it's about time for us to go too. We've been here for a while, haven't we? Yeah, and I don't think I can eat anything else. I'm with you on that. I'm sure I put on another 10 pounds. Goodness gracious. This feels like this episode has gone on for like 9 years.
I like it.
You like it?
I'm into bears.
You're into fucking hell. Let's get going now. I paid the bills, the ones were seated, so you just feel free to just leave. You sure I don't owe you anything for it? No, don't worry about it. Now come on, let's get you home. All right. Ow. Sure, I can't just drive. You sure I can't just drive you all the way home? Yeah, that's fine. I need to walk off someone I just ate anyway. Thanks for the lunch. I don't think we need any more dinner tonight. You're very welcome. I appreciated the company. And I'll say it again. It really means a lot to me that you came out to support me. I really do appreciate that. I'm glad I was able to, too. Which reminds me, I bought a book, yet I don't recall ever getting an autograph on it. Oh, I guess I didn't sign yours, did I? I was too embarrassed when you wanted to buy one, and I just forgot. He handed your book over to the coach, and while he fumbled with his pen, scrawling his name and a short message on the inside cover before handing it back to you. There, now you have a one-of-a-kind book. Hang on to it, because it's going to be worth a lot of money one day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't sell it even if it was value skyrocketed. It has more personal value to it now. It was one way to embarrass. It was easy to embarrass the coach whenever you spoke of him in such a way, and you could see he was flustered again. Good Lord, is there going to be a lot of editing to work around all this fucking talking shit? Well, you better get going then. It's starting to get dark. I suppose so. Thanks again, Coach. I'll see you on Monday at practice, I suppose. Yeah, Monday at practice. Have a good night, Thomas. And too, Coach. I'll see you later. As you were sliding out of the car, Coach grabbed your hand to stop you. Your heart jumped into your throat. His larger hand clasped gently around yours, like, motherfucker! Wait a moment, Thomas. What is it, Coach? Do you think we could do something tomorrow? What? I normally just laze around all day on Sundays, so it'd give me a reason to get out of bed. Finally, something to get me out of bed. He got really quiet, letting your hand go, finally. Sounds like a great idea, Coach, but I do have plans tomorrow. Maria needs me to help you out with the gardening, and I owe her for helping me out today. Oh, okay then. Maybe some other time then. Yeah, maybe. He tried to mask his disappointment through a fake smile, but you were able to see through it. You wanted badly to tell him yes, but you already told Maria you'd help out with the garden. How about this? I'll see about getting the work done quickly and then text you when I'm done. Then we can do something after? There was a noticeable change in his smile. It seemed genuine again. Sure, sounds great. I'll look forward to hearing from you tomorrow. Okay, I'll get going. I'll talk to you tomorrow then, Coach. He hopped out of the car and waved to the coach as he drove off. If I'd have known they were going to focus on the coach first, not giving me a choice of who I was going to try to date, they didn't give me a choice. I would not have chosen this voice to give. You're making me pay for all those harsh things I said, game. You're making me pay for it. I also noticed that there's been like no music this whole fucking time.
Well, you gave them shit about the repeated music.
Yeah, they had one music track in this entire game. They used it for the first screen. Again, it's in development, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding music to all the places later. He seemed down about tomorrow at first, so I hope I finish in time with Maria so I can still go see him. I think he just wants someone to hang around with. Can't blame him, really. Even with being around the others, it still does feel pretty lonely at times, unless it holds some kind of purpose. For now, I think I better take a nap. I'm so full from that food, it really made me tired. Alright, and it's dawn of the 7th day, which means I'm going to cut this episode off here. Thank y'all very much for watching this episode of Extracurricular Activities. On the next one, I don't know what the fuck we'll be doing. We're going to be hanging out with the coach after doing some gardening shit, and yeah, that's probably it. So, thank y'all very much for watching this episode of Extracurricular Activities. I'm the trainer professional speaker for the voices I had in my head when I said Alexa. Fairly well. Bye, everyone! Whoa! Oh, God. Steam everywhere. She did that yip, and I look over, and there's just steam. And I'm like, oh, God! Big sick!